Welcome to Making Memoir Magic, the podcast where we unlock the power of your story and guide you through the magical process of turning life experiences into memoirs that inspire and impact. I'm your host, Carrie Kreisman, a memoir mentor and storytelling champion, and I'm here to help you find the courage to embrace your unique story and share it with the world. Whether you're just starting out or refining your final draft, this is the place to be for practical tips, inspiration, and the encouragement you need to write the memoir only you can tell. Ready to make some magic? Let's dive in. Raise your hand if you've told yourself, I'll start writing when I finally go on a retreat. You know the one, a charming cottage on a lake in a bucolic village that looks like a scene from a Hallmark movie. The fog is lifting off the lake. Adirondack chairs are positioned just so to take in the sunrise as you sip your expertly prepared coffee or tea. It's a ritual designed to set the tone for a productive day of writing. Then you enter a room full of writers. No one in that room is worried about the laundry that is getting done between short bursts of writing when they're at home, or the interruptions that take place when you must stop writing mid-thought because you have to go pick up the kids, walk the dog, or cook dinner. So let's not even talk about the glorious lack of emails that you don't have to attend to when you're at said writing retreat. You're off the clock, perhaps a few $1,000s poorer, but wow, look where you are and look where you get to finish the book that you've been dying to write. This all sounds so magical, doesn't it? I'm nodding my head and raising my hand as if to say, pick me as I record this. Who wouldn't want to do that, right? Who wouldn't want to go to Tuscany or France or even the mountains? But the reality is that most writers don't get to experience the big writing retreats. Now, this episode is not to delegitimize the value of a writing retreat. Instead, it's to show you how you can implement aspects of the environmental, sensory, and emotional benefits you get when you attend a writing retreat. Now, I've never attended one, but it's not because I don't believe in the value and the possibility that they hold to change an aspiring author's trajectory. For me, my constraints have been time, the priority of where I choose to travel, and with whom I choose to go with. I wrote my memoir, Accidental First Lady, while I was raising kids, working part-time, and supporting a politician, a husband whose job really was almost 24/7. I had to squeeze in writing during college visits and pickups for my daughter and golf tournaments for my son, veterinarian visits for our 3 Labradors, and just life in general. Now, replace these things that I had to deal with your personal life tasks, and you'll have the answer as to why the writing that you want to accomplish might not be happening the way you want it to. But today I'm going to bust the myth of the big writing retreat and instead talk about what actually gets books written. It's 20 minutes a day, a chair, and a decision. Now, if you've attended writing retreats and left with a stack of pages written, congratulations. I believe that our personal writing success recipes all look different. Yours may include one writing retreat a year, or monthly meetups with other writers, or simply solo writing. None of this is wrong. But what I want to present to you is a different way of viewing the concept of a writing retreat and the promised successes that it doesn't always deliver. We've been sold the idea that writing requires time that you don't have, money you shouldn't spend, and conditions that may never arrive. I've never attended a writing retreat. I know I mentioned that, but it's because I believe that my time is finite. I save my travel time for vacations with my husband and my adult kids, and my real life is already full. It's hard to take that time, but that's just me. And I wrote a memoir. I built a body of work, and I teach others how to do the same. Not from Tuscany, although we did visit in 2017, and we still talk about the villa we stayed in, the Diavole wine that we drank from the 1,000-year-old vineyard, all the amazing foods and scenery that Italy has to offer. But when I wrote my memoir, I wrote it from real life. So the truth is that if a writing retreat doesn't fit into your real life right now, that's okay. You don't need one, but you can create one right where you are. So let's talk about how you can shape your environment to seem like it's your own little retreat. First, you need to choose a place in your home that becomes your writing seat. It can be your chair by a window, a corner of your bedroom, a table that is cleared just for writing. It's not where you scroll, it's not where you pay your bills, but it's where your story lives. Okay? And then you need to create a writing ritual that tells your brain that it's time to write. So it could mean lighting a candle, playing the same instrumental playlist, pouring tea or coffee into a special mug, opening the same notebook or document every time. So when you do this, you're not trying to just be aesthetic. That is a beautiful picture. And if that helps you do this, then that's wonderful. But what you're doing here is training your nervous system, because when you do this, you're silencing your notification. You're closing all your unnecessary tabs. You're telling your people that I'm unavailable for the next 20 minutes. So writing doesn't require just isolation, but it does require setting boundaries. And also, you need to lower your bar of perfection. All right. The writing retreat isn't about producing massive amounts of pages or brilliance or perfect prose. It's about writing. Simple as that. It's about getting the words on the page. So let's take this one step further. You don't need a plane ticket. What you do need is a Saturday and a decision. So here's how to DIY a writing retreat in one weekend. Number one, choose your time blocks. Decide on 2 time blocks on Saturday and 1 or 2 on Sunday. Write for 20 to 30 minutes and then take breaks in between. You can choose this time to go for a walk, listen to something the indulgent, a favorite podcast, something to just break up that writing monotony and to treat yourself. Pour yourself a special drink. And you know what? If you want a glass of wine while you're writing, that's okay too. All right. Brainstorm your chapter ideas. When you return to your writing, try to write around a theme. Protect your writing space. Okay. Tell your people that you're doing a writing retreat this weekend and that you're going to be unavailable at certain times. All right. And you're not going to have any guilt over this. You don't need to explain it. You just need to set the boundaries. And end with a reflection. After your last writing session, ask yourself, what felt easy? What surprised me? What do I want to write next? So this turns your retreat into a bridge to the next writing session. It's not a one-time event like a writing retreat in person could be. This way, writing becomes a habit because you've built in the time and because you have decided that it's important and that it matters. So your goal isn't long sessions or perfect conditions, because they don't exist, or waiting for motivation. The goal is writing for 20 minutes a day, and chances are you'll write a little longer, writing most days that you can, and doing it the same way each time. All right. You're not waiting for the right time. You're not waiting for permission. You're waiting to start writing, and the time to stop waiting is now. Okay. Consider this your permission to write. And this brings me to something that I am really excited to tell you about. I'm starting weekly Memoir Magic write-ins. Okay, what that is 30 minutes on Zoom. No pressure, no performing, no overthinking. So here's how it's going to work. We'll start with a brief introduction and a quick hello, and we'll turn our cameras and our microphones off, and we will write for 20 minutes. And then we'll come back on camera. And if you would like, you can share one word of how you felt. You can give a comment or something. We're not going to share our writing. We're not going to critique our writing. We're going to make progress though. And then we'll say goodbye for that week and go about our day. So this is for everyone who's in my free Facebook group, Memoir Magic for Aspiring Authors. If you're not in the group, you can join the group. It's free. It's a great community for authors. And that's where this memoir write-in will be happening. And I'll share the link to join my Facebook group in the show notes. Okay. And if you're in the group, you'll see the link to join the Zoom in the group as a post. So your writing is worth it. It deserves your voice and your presence and the courage to begin right where you are. So if all you have today is 20 minutes, which is the truth for a lot of us, and you have a chair and you have a tired but willing heart that you want to do this, that's enough. And I invite you to join me at the first Memoir Magic write-in next Wednesday, February 11th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, check those show notes. Join my Facebook group. I'd love to have you there. And I'd love to have you at the write-in. And I'm writing my second book, okay? And I'm going through a lot of what you're going through right now. I am busy. I teach memoir. I still have 3 Labradors and a busy life, even though my kids are grown and mostly out of college. But there's always going to be something that wants to compete with your writing. And this Memoir Magic write-in is a way to make sure that you get your writing done and you're not doing it alone. You're doing it in community. So join me. I'd love to have you, and thank you for listening or watching. You know, if you're on YouTube, you're watching me. If you're driving or walking or doing something else, you're listening. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my community, and keep making memoir magic. I'll see you at the write-in. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Making Memoir Magic. I hope today's conversation inspired you to take the next step toward telling your unique story through memoir. Remember, your story matters and someone out there is waiting to hear it. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others find the show. You can also connect with me at my website, carriekreisman.com, on social media, on Instagram at Make Memoir Magic, or join my Facebook group, Making Memoir Magic for Aspiring Writers. You'll get more tips and inspiration on your memoir journey. Until next time, keep writing, keep sharing, and keep making memoir magic.